Hey guys, welcome to Tech Talks by Gaurav Sharma. Today we're going to talk about what is the right strategy to approach cloud security. Now, as you know, everyone is moving to cloud, everyone's talking about cloud, but there's like this uncertainty about like when we talk about protecting the cloud, what exactly are we protecting, right? And so before we dive into that, I'm going to tell you guys a story time. So in back in the day when Albert Einstein used to be a physics professor at Oxford University, one day he was just handing out these question papers to the students in his examination hall, and his assistant comes running to him and he says, Dr. Einstein, we have made a big mistake. So Einstein goes, what is it? So the assistant goes, well, we have given the students the exact same question paper as last year. So Einstein says, yeah, I know that. And the assistant says, well, why would you possibly do that? What's going on? So Einstein goes, well, the questions might be the same, but the answers have changed. So that kind of really resonated with me because when you talk about protecting the cloud, we're still trying to solve the same questions, but with different answers, right? What used to be like, for example, when you were protecting your data centers, what were the things that you were more focusing on? Uh, like we were looking at things like firewalling, segmentation, and compliance, monitoring, and these were the things that we were looking to do, or like the questions that we were solving in the typical data center environment. Now in the cloud, we still want that, right? We still want the same level of security what we used to have in the data center. But before we get this kind of control in the cloud, we need to understand what exactly does the cloud consist of, right? So at a high level, cloud has three main components, right? Number one is the services that it's running, right? These are the storage, the networking, and like the security. So all the services that are being provided by cloud. And then the number two is the servers that are hosting these services. Like there you have your Linux servers, your Windows environment, your mainframes, your containers. So these are all the servers that are hosting these services in the cloud, right? And what sits on the servers is the code, right? And that's where your Java comes in, your Python comes in, your platforms like Puppet and all these things come in, right? So really, like it's like a three major or macros within the cloud, right? The services that it's running, the servers that are hosting those services, and then what exactly sits on those servers, which is like the languages or the Javas and everything that we talked about. So when we talk about protecting that cloud, we're essentially protecting these services. How do we protect these services? We protect these services by protecting the servers that are hosting these services. And how do we protect the servers? We are protecting these servers by protecting what sits on those servers. So if you think about it, it's all related, right? And it kind of goes back to answering the same questions but different answers, right? So in the data center, when we were looking at like segmentation, the answer might have been, say, from Cisco world, might have been ICE. But when you talk about it in the cloud world, it would not be the same answer. To learn more about it and how Cisco approaches cloud security, just reach out to your accounts team and they'll hook you up. Thank you.